Good morning, folks. This is Naim, some Chief Market Analyst at AvaTrade, and welcome to our daily technical analysis video. What we're going to discuss in today's segment is going to focus on oil prices because ostensibly we have seen a massive surge in oil prices over the last few months. Because remember, it wasn't long ago when oil prices were trading under $10, and now prices are back above $40. But of course, what we're going to discuss in terms of our oil prices is not only the longer term time frame, but we will pick up the momentum where we left off things in our last video. So let's have a look and discuss this in a little bit more detail. But as always, it is important for us to go through this slide of disclaimers and risk warnings. Anything which we'll be discussing in this video cannot be perceived as an advice. If you are seeking for one, please do consider consulting with your own financial advisors. Now, as always, folks, I am going to bring out the MT4 platform. This platform can be downloaded from AvaTrade's website, and I am more than sure that you guys are aware of trading, how to trade with this particular software. If you're not, then there are several videos on YouTube here where you can find how to trade with MT4 platform, as it is the most widely used platform. Now, first of all, as always, what we like to do is we would like to read some of the fundamental news in relation to oil prices. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring out the my Bloomberg terminal, and from the terminal we're just going to read some of the news flow in relation to that. So I'm going to click over here. CL1 is your crude and COA is your Brent. Now when we look at crude oil prices, the first headline which comes right over here, it says that oil edges lower near $40 amid mixed outlook for US stockpiles. So basically, we have two messages over here that the first of all, oil prices, which were trading slightly higher than 40 or in around $40, they have eased off as investors are concerned about the US stockpiles, because remember that stockpile data, the crude inventory data, is going to be coming out tomorrow. So this is where we are really focused on. So this is where the market's focus as of today as well is. Okay, so let's go and have a read of a few more headlines before we just go any further. Then another headline comes over here which says oil prices drop as demand worries. So again, with respect to it's a very much of a demand story. Are we going to see a recovery in demand given the fact that the current lockdown or the restrictive measures are still having huge influence on oil prices. So that is where really the worry is. But at the same time, investors are also hopeful that if we do get another stimulus package over in the United States, that is likely to revive the price for oil price, and of course its demand. Why? Because another stimulus package in the United States, what that is going to do, that is going to boost the confidence, that is going to provide more liquidity for these firms, and that means that firms can survive more, consumer confidence will rise, and that should have positive impact on the economic activity. So now, with these few headlines in mind, with these few fundamentals in mind, let's have a look at the price action and let's see what the price is really saying us, or it is really telling us. Now, when we look at the price, from a daily time frame perspective, we see that one thing very clearly, and that thing is that the price has been very much trading below this trend line for the last number of months. Since May, this has been the range. This was the range since May. But now, clearly after the trading in that range, the price has broken out of that range to the downside, and currently the price for oil, for crude oil, has started to trade to the upside from here. So first we were trading in this upward wedge pattern, we broke out of that, we went to the downside, and now the price is trading above this upward trend line. So now we know from that pattern that okay, that the price is trading to the upside, so that is pretty positive with respect to that. Now the question is that where are those important support and resistance levels are. By looking at the chart, the immediate resistance level of the price where the price is likely to go and reverse its direction really remains in this area, right in this area. This is the area right here within these lines where the price can really see some sort of a resistance. But before that, we have another area of resistance as well. And by resistance, I mean the area where the price is likely to find it difficult to continue its journey to the upside. And that is in between these lines. So the question is, what are these lines? First of all, this is your 200-day simple moving average. So basically your average price for the 200 days. Similarly, this one is your 100-day average price followed by your 50-day average price. So the price is struggling to break above the 100-day moving average, and if it breaks above that, the next resistance is going to be your 50-day simple moving average. So overall, there are a lot of challenges with respect to the price in relation to these moving averages. Now then the question is, okay, now we understand where the resistance are, but where is our entry? Where is our buy levels with respect to that? So for me, those entry levels and those buy level is more strong near the 200-day moving average. More importantly, an area where we have seen sort of a good rally taking place. So it is this area of consolidation, because after all, it was this area where the price has bounced back to the upside. So if now we see the price coming back, failing to break above that, and the price falls back into this area right over here, the chances are that perhaps we will see an upward move. And if that upward move happens, that this could turn out to be a really good area of support. So that is pretty much your analysis with respect to smaller time frame. Bigger time frame. Now, if we change the time frame, we go into a more intraday basis on a 4-hourly basis. Then what we see is we see first of all the price needs to break above this important downward trend line. This important trend line. If the price breaks to the upside, then that will confirm us that look, the trade is gaining a bit more momentum. So the first breakout trade right from when the moment the price breaks this downward trend line could be your trade to the upside. But remember this area. Remember that this is your 200-day simple moving average on an hourly time frame is also trading. So even if the price breaks above that, it is likely to find resistance in around this area where the 200-day moving average is at. So overall, what we're really looking at with respect to this particular time frame, we're looking at the resistance levels. Those resistance levels are right here in terms of the price. So the first resistance level is here, and your support in terms of that is right over here. So let's see if the price breaks above this downward trend line, which I've drawn it right over here. If it breaks above out of this one to the above side, it is likely to find resistance over here. If it clears that resistance, then of course we come into this bigger area of resistance, which is right over here, and we will be looking at for the price to how the price will perform from here. So that's all for today. If you have any questions, please leave a comment and I'll come back to you on that. Thank you and have a good day.